Payload deployment is about to begin.
Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm, dudes and dudettes. It is another diamond game today. We are going to be playing on everyone's favorite minigun wielding, chain smoking, shit talking dude, Tychus. Team comps today: Artanis, Kel'Thas, Tychus, Diablo, Deckard Cain versus Garrosh, Zarya, Greymane, Alexstrasza, and Cassia. First off, I just want to say the enemy team has fuck all for spell damage, so I'm not super concerned about getting exploded immediately. We should be able to take care of our health bar at least decently, so that isn't something we're going to pay super hard attention to. As far as everything else that Tychus does, it's fairly simple. The amount of standing and just doing nothing that the enemy team's frontline has to do is going to make it incredibly easy for us to get any sort of attention onto them with our trait, which is the minigun, the ability that is letting us do percentage damage with every auto attack as long as we activate it. That's on your D. That is the whole reason to play Tychus, honestly. 2.5% per auto attack is insanity, and considering how many auto attacks you can get from Tychus in that 3-second window is pretty gnarly, pretty freaking rad. So the other thing Tychus I think can do really well that's kind of understated is he's got really good wave clear. Now he has to use his abilities to do that, but the amount of damage that both his W and his Q are putting out on just AoE is pretty ridiculous. So he is capable as the ranged DPS of doing a whole bunch of hero damage and making sure that you're not losing. So, which is dope. Something you need on every team. That kind of ace in the hole, if you will. But since I haven't played Tychus in a while, what we'll do is go over his talents, abilities, all that stuff while we're looking at the game. Our Q is overkill. It's just a whole bunch of damage that we put out on a target, and then we get to auto attack. We get to move while shooting. It feels like an Overwatch character, to be honest with you. He's dead, thank God. But that's how that works. Think Tracer's auto attacks for your Q. And that splashes around the target, which is neat. You can use your W during your overkill, which is pretty cool, but Frag Grenade, all it's doing is, please God, leave me alone. Go away. Putting some distance between us, dodging that Q. Oh my God, got hit with the E. Luckily it wasn't powered up, so Alexstrasza isn't going to kill us, and she's going to get Diablo slapped for her troubles. Nice. Yeah, but Frag Grenade, it's not terribly unique. It's just a big old damage in a circle. It's cool. It's got some decent range to it. If you take quarterback, it's got extreme range to it, so that's nice. E is run and gun. You're just going to dash a short distance. Again, not super complicated. You just hit the button, you go boop, a little bit in one direction, and yeah, you get out of danger. Or get close to danger and give it a nice big old kiss because you missed it because it just came back from the war. And then I went over RD. That's RD. That's how things work. Tychus is not a complicated character. His kit is incredibly simple, which is why I think he is so effective in so many situations. It's just they built everything around his D. With his rework. He did get, oh my God, that potion though, he did get reworked a few years back from his initial state. So he didn't always have this percentage damage on the minigun. And that kind of, when they reworked him from his original, what's it called? His original state, they turned him into a tank buster. And he used to just kind of be this auto attack carry who could kind of deal damage, but kind of not. Before he became the tank buster, they had the Odin was able to give you a second health bar. So what you would do is play with Tychus, you'd engage, you'd lose all your health, you'd hit your R button, and then suddenly you'd have another full health bar, and the enemy team would have to go all the way through that. It was crazy. It was so much fun. But now they've gotten rid of that, so the Odin and Tychus share the health. Probably a good balanced decision, to be honest with you. And they've given that that whole persona over to D.Va, which is nice. It's for the better. Can we get the damage onto Zarya? Nailed it. Gonna get the Garrosh too, as he is trying to be... Maybe we'll get the Garrosh? Are we gonna get him? Yeah, he's dead. Got the Garrosh trying to be a hero. I just walked forward and I did not look at my health bar. That is the whole reason we died there. I thought we were just going in and there was no way the enemy team was going to turn it around. But they did. Bummer. Why are you mounting in not the bush? Yeah. If you're on the little point for the objective, you can be seen. Even if you're in the bush. So don't try to mount up in the bush when you're on the objective. Learning! Everybody's learning. It's great. Getting every little tidbit of information out of this gameplay video as we can. Our talents, though. Level 1, we're taking Combat Tactician. This recently got buffed. So what this is doing now is decreasing the cooldown of your minigun by 66%. So instead of a 12-second cooldown, we're dropping it to a 4-second cooldown. And it already lasts 3 seconds. So you hit your D, you do all the damage with it, and then once it's done, you hit your E, you basically got your D back. I mean, that's pretty much 6 seconds with a small break in between it of just hard-ass percentage damage. It's good stuff. Level 4 is the bigger they are, and this is going to help us deal additional damage when the targets are high health, but after about 35% of losing their health, they are no longer going to take that percentage damage, which is fine because their frontliners have that big health. We want to burn it fast. We want to make sure that our Kael'thas can do all of his damage in that burst mode towards the end and just soften everybody up. We're not here to secure kills. We're here to set him up. Oh my god, Garrosh. Stop living. Zarya ult goes down. We're going to use the Odin to just attack the point and let everybody else stand on it and do our ranged damage from range. Can you believe it? There goes the Q. Garrosh is the next to die. We're going to keep attacking the building. We've got our Q up again. Let's go ahead and pop Greymane in the butt for his trouble standing there on that circle and then get ourselves a fort. When you are in Odin mode, you do get a new set of abilities. Your E stays the same, it's still a dash, but your Q is that big line of explosions, and your W is a big circle of missiles that slow people and deal damage. It's pretty cool. Zarya stepping way out into the wrong ass place. Looks like she's going to die to the Flame Strike. Great stuff. We're getting chased down by the Cassia for some reason. Lightning Breath coming out, trying to kill the Alexstrasza. It is going to work. Greymane gonna take out the Kael'thas. Oh my god, I'm being pulled every which direction I can. Getting out of that fend, and we're gonna take Cassia down with the grenade. Get out of here. We did take at 7 the Relentless Soldier, which is, now that I look at it, probably not doing as much as I wanted it to do. I was pretty sure I had to be Thunder Rooted for this to take effect. And we haven't really been getting caught by Garrosh very often, so I'm not entirely sure how much this is doing for us, because Garrosh is the only person on their team with a stun. I guess with the exception of the Valkyrie, so maybe the Valkyrie stunned me and it got the armor, which is why we live there? But I'm not sure. I probably should have taken just Concussion Grenade. Quarterback is great for the additional range on the W, but I think in this case, since Cassia and Greymane kind of want to run it down at me and Kael'thas, Concussion Grenade probably could have been a form of self-peel that may have been a bit easier to deal with them. At 10, obviously Odin, we went over that. That's the stuff at 13. Once we get done dealing all our minigun damage, so after those 3 seconds are up, we are going to heal for that amount of damage that we did. And, yeah, that's a ridiculous amount of healing because it's a ridiculous amount of damage. So, it's a little bit tough to point out. Oh my god, I ruined the camera. It's a little bit tough to point out because a lot of this game we're going to be spending at high health. Right there it happened because we dealt all that damage to Zarya and then took some damage. So I don't know if you noticed it. It's kind of tough to see. Odin goes down, the big Zarya ult pulling 3 of us together, but no one from the enemy team's DPS position is ready to go in. We're going to pop Garrosh in the back with our explosive explodey guns. Looks like Zarya is going down to the Pyroblast. We're going to make sure that she eats it, and we're going to get blinded by Cassia. Dodge that, use our overkill to get the job done. Diablo pushing top with the Samurai Camp, making sure that it gets somewhere. We're just going to keep holding on to the objective and doing the stuff. The other cool thing about that's the stuff is that when you are using that talent, if your minigun isn't done yet, so say like you've taken something like In the Rhythm, and your minigun is on a really long duration suddenly, you can hit your Odin, and immediately when it drops down, your minigun ends, so you get all the healing from, that's the stuff that you've accrued up to that point immediately, so you don't have to wait for the ability to end, which is cool. It's super useful, and definitely something you need to keep in the back of your mind when you're playing Tychus, because he's such a good hero. I really love him. Since we took Relentless Soldier at 7, we're not going to take Titan Grenade at 16. I instead opted for the Armor Piercing rounds, which is the additional damage to the primary target. So we're going to be doing crazy amounts of damage to whoever we dropped our Q on, be it heroes, camps, minions, whatever. Down goes the Alexstrasza. That's what you get for stepping up into our team. Popping the Cassia as well. Gonna go back and pick up a potion. Garrosh is next to no health. It would be really nice if he died, but we're gonna take, looks like, the Zarya instead. Getting caught by the root and the flame strike, and some auto attacks from yours truly. Now we're gonna siege up with our Odin, take down this bottom fort. This is ultimately the primary use for the Odin. This thing is, at the end of the day, a siege tool. Because of the ridiculous amount of range that you get on your auto attacks, the abilities that it blasts out of there are super far range too. We're going to get blinded, nothing we could do about that. Saw it too late, couldn't get out of the way. Trying to hit Cassia with our Q because our auto attacks do less damage to her. Dropping the core down. Oh my god, that is a 3-man taunt. That is a single-man gravity surge. We're all dead. Everyone's dead. Everything's falling apart in front of us. Artan is getting as much damage as he can on the core. 23%. Fucking bummer. Kael'thas and Deckard are going to make it out. We're going to have Diablo back as well. We really don't want to lose anybody at this moment, because as soon as we start chain feeding and yeah. Enemy team, obviously there's only one place on the map that they should be going, and that is that top camp. So, when we've only got 2 people on it, oh no, cancel it right now, stop it right, okay, well, that's what happens. You don't just stand there and take the aggro. You know Garrosh is gonna kill you. You're eating all the damage because you're just standing in a single spot. I mean, realistically, what did you think was going to happen? Maybe he thought he was going to get tossed and he was just going to queue back in. But that's not how that works. That's okay. Now that you know that specific situation, hopefully in your games, if you're ever playing Diablo or Garrosh, you know how to handle it. Calling for the team to wait for the tank at this exact moment. 20 has been called, but I don't think that we really need it because we are kind of stomping these fights as long as we have all 5 people. Big whiffed ultimate from the Cassia. That is a big cooldown, not going to be available for the next fight. We don't have our Diablo or Kel'Thas ult up though, so when we go in, it's going to be on us entirely to make this Odin kind of the linchpin of our team fight. Now, Diablo's here. Everybody's ready for it. Doing some poking, trying to get some damage. Zarya's about half health. We've popped the Odin, trying to light everybody up. Getting out of the Graviton Surge. Ouch. Kel'Thas goes down. Okay, can we get the Cassia? Yes, she's dead. Trying to get the Garrosh off. Looking at the Greymane now. Only so much we can do. We don't want anybody to die, but we did need to tap. Ooh, good swap into the towers. Let's pull her down with our minigun. We're going to heal up. We're going to run it back into the objective, stopping it at the 11th hour, holding this bad boy at the finish line. We don't have minigun damage on Garrosh right now because he is so low in health. Trying our damnedest just to stay alive. Greymane running it down and dying. Fantastic. Now it's a 3 versus 3. We've got the blind from Artanis helping us mitigate some damage. Big taunt on 2 people, but there's no damage to follow up. Artanis still going in. Can we kill the Zarya? Can we kill anything? We've got our minigun back up, taking Garrosh's health down. We're going to heal back up from That's the Stuff. Trying desperately just to get any of these kills. Focusing the Zarya with our trait again. She's dropped below that 35% mark. Team is here. Ooh! Killing the Alexstrasza with the grenade after the Pyroblast. That is how we do it, and Garrosh goes down as well. Enemy team not realizing that objective was not worth all of their deaths. This is how you end the game. Just gotta wait for everybody to show up here. Here we go. Throw a quick grenade at the minions so they push up a little bit quicker, just in case we need them to. Kel'Thas gets hooked in. Even if he dies, though, it's no big deal because we've got the Odin. Huge flame strike, killing the well, setting up the kill for the Cassia. But that was a fantastic game. Absolutely loved the way that that went down. My team really just kind of on point with all their decision making, exactly what to do. Diablo with 69 souls. Nice. I am going to... What? Okay. So if you're building Lightning Breath and you're building Flame Stomp, what is this? At the beginning, you need to go for the Flame Stomp talents over here, too. Just saying. Because if you're wanting to reset this, you're going to want to get the spell power at 13, and then 16, if you're hitting people with your W, you're shrinking them, essentially, which is incredible as well. But that's the full tank Diablo build, and this guy kind of split it between the two, which I'm not sold on. Like, it worked for this particular match because, oh my god, the more you look at it, the worse it gets. What? I don't understand. Nothing makes sense. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, okay, we're done. So here is the Tychus build. Combat Tactician, the bigger they are. Relentless Soldier, probably not what I wanted. Commandeer Odin, that's the stuff. Armor Piercing Rounds, because we didn't take Quarterback. Big red button at 20. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Tychus, again, one of the most fantastic damage dealers in the game. Super easy to play, super easy to master. Very, very, very good at kind of learning your way around things and getting into the flow of playing DPS. I really, really like the way that this character works. So, yeah. Let me know if you like it. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you want to see anything else. And I will catch you next time.